Hey y'all, welcome back. So I am reviewing all four of Harlem Perfume Company's eau de parfums. There are four of them and I got samples of each. So far I have tried Josephine and Langston. So check out my other videos for reviews of those, and we're moving right along to Speakeasy. A lot of the notes in Speakeasy sound like notes that would be in a more masculine, more so in a cologne that's marketed to men. But so far, I think I just am in love with Langston. Okay. And I don't have a man that I can force to wear this right now, so I'm probably going to wear it. But no, I really like it. My only issue or complaint so far with these fragrances, it seems like once they hit, they're beautiful. Like, they are very dynamic, and when you first spray them, and it's just is a beautiful experience in the opening, right? And then once they dry down, um, I just smell mainly the base notes and not much else. And I just kind of wish that there was more longevity. Okay. So the notes in Speakeasy, in the top we have Italian bergamot, cardamom, elemi, bourbon, 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 and pimento berry. In the middle we have saffron, guaiac wood, labdanum, plum blossom, and tobacco leaves. In the base we have patchouli core, vanilla, dark chocolate, tonka, amber, and cedarwood. So this one has chocolate in the base, whereas Langston has chocolate in the top notes. So hopefully that chocolatey smell that I love so much in Langston will prevail a little bit longer in Speakeasy. But this one is meant to remind you of, a jazz club or being in a speakeasy during the Harlem Renaissance. I think this is going to be very interesting. This one is kind of bizarre in the opening. All of these fragrances, so far I've tried, and I have videos up for Josephine and Langston. Let me tell you, the openings of these are magnificent, especially, I think the first time smelling them. Of course, that first time smelling something is always the best, but wow, they really take you for a ride. And Speakeasy is not what I expected. It's unexpected, but I think maybe some of the things that I'm getting early on is like the saffron, maybe saffron, cardamom, which is kind of weird because they're middle notes. It feels like it just kind of smells like a mashup of just kind of too many things. I'm gonna be completely honest. I do not love this right off the bat. I'm going to pause here and I'm going to give this one some time, and I will come back to you guys in a few seconds in the video with some thoughts. I think that Langston was just so fantastic that now nothing else is like, my nose is shut down for the night. You know what I mean? This is very woody in a way that's not necessarily pleasant to me. It's not developing really the sweetness. It just feels very bitter. Like, even if I am picking up a tobacco note, it's a bitter kind of tobacco, not like a warm, rich. I thought this was, when I read the notes, I thought this was going to remind me of my granddad. I remember when my great aunt and uncle, they would come down from Philly, and my granddad would smoke. He would smoke cigars. They would smoke cigars, have a drink and everything, and sit back, just kick back and talk a little shit. Reminds me of that and remind me of them, but it doesn't. So maybe I'm a little disheartened because it doesn't smell like that. I don't know about Speakeasy, man. Langston is just the star of the show. I think I will definitely say, if you're shopping for a man, Langston and you're like, should I get him Langston or should I get him Speakeasy? I would go Langston 100%. Langston is going to have, I think, more of a mass appeal to a wider demographic of men and people in general, and it will be more pleasant smelling. There's some notes. There's like some boozy notes and things like that, like the orange brandy that's in Langston. Um, but it doesn't. Um, it doesn't make it smell like inappropriate or like something that your husband or your boyfriend couldn't wear to the office, or he would hesitate to wear because it smells a little like too boozy or too much like alcohol. But on the other hand, Speakeasy has this tobacco. Like, to me, it literally smells like cigarettes, like hand rolled cigarettes. And everyone might not like that. I'm gonna have to come back to Speakeasy. I'm gonna have to come back to it because, you know, no harm, no foul. But it's giving. It's not giving right now. All right, y'all, I am back with my final thoughts on Speakeasy. It took me a couple of days to really put my finger on a very particular and peculiar scent that I was getting, and it's definitely Florida water. This perfume or cologne to me smells like a combination of cigarettes, pine sol, and Florida water. And as someone who loves the concept of Florida water and that sort of mystical component, you know, I've worn it on my body, cleaned the house with it, as I'm sure many listeners have. It's just not pleasant in this perfume. I may think the expectation that was given, I can see kind of a vision if it was, the intention was to give you that vibe of like Florida water, which for those who aren't familiar is like alcohol and herbs steeped in alcohol. And it's sort of a part of like a mystical tradition in the African American community. If that's where they were going, beautiful concept, but I don't like the execution. I don't think this would even be good as a candle. Although most of these fragrances don't last very long, all 4 of them that I reviewed only lasted for about an hour, and then they're pretty much completely gone. If I sprayed them on my clothes, they would last like 2 to 3 hours. I still would not want to wear a Speakeasy on my physical body. I really hesitated to add this part of the review because I didn't want to say anything negative about a Black-owned business, but you know, there's pros and cons to everything. I definitely enjoy testing out these fragrances. I will hope that in the future the longevity could be improved because they really have some phenomenal concepts here and beautiful fragrances. I think, you know, really the missing piece is longevity, and Speakeasy is just a matter of taste. Like, maybe you've tried it. I would love to know if, you know, you love Speakeasy and I'm just crazy. My nose is broken. But that's my final thoughts on Speakeasy. Take care. Love y'all. Peace.